Hello, my name is swissbianco. In this video I will talk about the shotgunadapter.conm shotgun adapter, like this one in my hand. Most of the time I have positive reviews. Unfortunately this one not. It's more a negative review because the items that I received lack of quality a lot. It is how it is. Online the feedback is pretty positive on their website and the prices are good. Unfortunately the quality that you receive is not the best, and I'm gonna point out why I think about that way. So I got two of them, both are the same. It's 12 gauge to 45 ACP. I did buy the 45 ACP versions because the 9mm ones and the 410 I already could make myself and get that way, so that was possible to have. But the 45 was a bit a different story, so I did look online and found that deal here and got me two pieces of them. So what we have is basically a steel pipe. There is no rifling in it whatsoever. That was also not listed, that they are not rifled inside. Usually such adapters are having a rifling in there for the ammunition. That would really make a better product, and because of the short length of the item, it's basically like a 12 gauge shotgun shell that would need only a short part of a rifled barrel as well. But that is just one matter. The overall quality is relatively bad. They did use pretty soft steel. I did file on the rim here already a bit. I'm gonna rework them and use them how they are. I'm not gonna sending it back, and we'll look further for a better quality one that is actually rifled in there. But the material that they use is soft. That shows us here. I could really easy file the material, and the overall quality, there are sharp edges a lot on the item. And next to the rifling, what matters also is the sloppy fit of the chamber. How it looks, they did not use a chamber reamer for the 45 ACP. They did use just a industrial reamer or something like that. There are marks inside of reaming as well. The camera not gonna pick it up, but there are marks. Problem is, as we put in the ammunition, it stops in front. That is good, but we see here all the play it has, and that all around. That's really a sloppy fit for what it is there. And this is a Federal premium ammunition, as we see on the box. The ammunition is, well, it's not out of spec, but as we see how far that goes back and forth there, that is amazing. It really has a lot of play there. Ammunition even goes in the wrong way there, but at least in front there is a little bit of rim that it stops, but still the play is too much. We also have a problem if we load the adapter to prevent the ammunition from falling out, because it's so easy. Once it's fired, of course, the case, because there is a lack of support in the incorrect chamber, it's gonna bulge and it's gonna get stuck into the adapter, and you need a cleaning rod or a screwdriver or something to put it out from the front. That was clear anyhow, because the rim, that's another point. This corner here could have been angled, so you could actually go below with the tool and get it out. That is just simply squared off there, really cheap made too. We see it there. So all in all, quality is not the best in my regards. As we look, I quick need to push in the extractor. As we look the fit of the adapter in a typical 12 gauge barrel, that is pretty good. It has a bit of play too, but it's not as bad as it is with the chamber, so that works pretty well there. What I'm gonna change is I'm gonna dehorn it, make the rim less sharp. I'm gonna remove these corners here, make it more pointed. That is also easier as you're gonna insert the adapter into the barrel like this. You really need to go in the middle. If that would have been just a little bit, maybe halfway in, rounded, a bit pointy like a bullet shape, that would go in really easier and faster. So that's another point they did simply save. And what I'm gonna do is remove this corner here too, so it's more angled. There is still way enough material to do that without weakening the construction. And with the sloppy chamber and no rifling in it, we have to live with it. So I'm gonna check out other adapters that have the rifling. We need to make sure we see that on the website, that it actually has a rifling and not just simply as a piece of steel and finish. So all over for the price, I would say it's too bad. I would not buy it again anymore for this what we get and the labor involved that we have to alter them. Now that's that much about the product. Now some of you may don't know shotgun adapters. Shotgun adapters come in really handy as we start with, say, a 12 gauge shotgun, single shot, or a double barrel one, with the pump action and bolt action systems. You have a bit of trouble to actually load the ammunition in it, and also the rim may get damaged relatively soon because of the soft material if you pump it in and out. So be more careful in case you have such a system. That adds up to way more different use. With the 12 gauge ammunition, there is already so many different ammunition around. If it's a slugger, a single shot, if it's the different kind of buckshot or bird shot, then we have rubber pellets in X variations, and specialty ammunition like flechette that looks a bit like little arrows or nails that fly off, and also the 12 gauge flare ammunition that gives you a colorful signal in case of an emergency. There you have already a lot of different ammunition, but you can put that a step ahead even further, that you can shoot 45 automatic ammunition out of your shotgun, and that gives you another range of ammunition, another use. In Europe they use that a lot instead of carrying a handgun as a hunter, to simply insert the shotgun adapter and shoot a wounded animal completely dead. It's a simple and easy solution, and of course in Europe is the problem that you need for everything a license, which we hopefully never gonna have in USA. So we better watch it here, that the hunters don't really need a handgun for put the animal down. They simply get the adapter and use the gun that they have, so it's easier for them with the license. But as I say, that's in Europe, that doesn't matter in USA for a nickel. So it's more the universal use, that if you have a sidearm, a handgun in 45 auto already, you can use the same ammunition in your shotgun as well. and there are a big variety of shotgun adapters, not only for the 12 gauge, also for the 20 gauge and 410, and then also the caliber that the adapter actually shoots is not only 45 ACP, you get them from 12 gauge to 20 gauge, or from 12 gauge to 410, just as samples. Then you get it in 45 ACP, as we see here, in 9mm Luger, in 38 Special, 357 Magnum, 44 Magnum, 22 long rifle, and I'm sure plenty of other calibers too. So say if you have a 12 gauge shotgun, if you have a 20 gauge adapter, in the case the ammunition is scarce again, and you see by the store that they only have a 20 gauge ammunition like we had it about 6 or 7 months ago. Somehow in the area that I live in USA, not too many used 20 gauge, so there was quite some ammunition around, but you cannot fire that in the 12 gauge, of course, and you need an adapter to use that. So get one of those adapters and buy the ammunition that is available, and you can still shoot and it works. So that's just a sample. The similar sample would be with 22 long rifle. If you can convert the 12 gauge to a 22 long rifle, it's a whole different system, especially if you have a single shot with a bit a longer adapter, which they make adapters that are way longer than this one, about 3 times the length. Of course you can use those then not with the pump action system, that would not fit in the system, but single shot and double barrel shotguns will it fit, no problem. And then you can actually shoot 22 long rifle or 22 Magnum, whatever is in that caliber, with a rifled barrel, so that gives you different use. But the adapter should be rifled, unlike the ones that are in front of the camera. Even on shorter distance, because of the sloppy fit, that's gonna affect the accuracy. I did not try it out yet, but we're gonna see, and as we have the adapter that is actually rifled, we're gonna see the difference there. That's maybe a possible future video to see the difference, because of the system, because of the, it's basically like a pistol barrel inside the shotgun. Accuracy, as the barrel is rifled, is pretty good. Of course the part rotates, so what I also gonna do is make a marking on top that we see which side would align best with the barrel on top, so we have more accuracy with the rifled variant. That is a bit a lot. If you can rotate it all the way around, of course there gonna be a bit accuracy change, so I simply gonna mill in a slot on the rifled ones that we see which side is upwards, or I have to see, maybe I make a little notch in the rim on top, because the rim on the bottom is where the extractor gonna push on, so that we see which side is up. That just adds a little bit on the accuracy, and I'm sure gonna do that. Yeah, that pretty much is it. If you have a handgun, if you have a shotgun, I would suggest have a look in a possible adapter. So whatever happens, you can't shoot 12 gauge ammunition out of the handgun, quite likely, but you can shoot the handgun caliber out of the shotgun. Gives also less noise, less recoil, and you can use that ammunition in a second gun, which comes in handy many times as well. So have a look what is online available, but I would not buy the shotgunadapter.com items because of the quality that I did point out. That much about shotgun adapters.